say to comrades that we know what we are about. We will have, as we go throughout the length and breadth of the country, a lot of detractors and a lot of attempted distractions and so on. But our eyes must be kept on the prize. We know that as we started this journey in Tobago on the 30th of June, and then we went to Arima, and then we went to San Fernando and Chaguanas and so on. And from every area we go, the one thing that is common to all of those areas is the suffering of the people. The one thing that is common into all of those areas are the cries and the pleas of the people for some sort of help, for some sort of leadership. Today, the country is in crisis, and who don't know that, they are in a serious form of denial. And therefore, that form of denial cannot help them. It cannot help them in any circumstance. And so it rests back to us to do what we have to do as a labor movement. As a labor movement, we can't be only concerned with collective bargaining. That is important. It is our raison d'etre. It is the reason for our existence in the first place. We must collectively bargain. We must represent our members to the best of our ability, but at the same time, we cannot forsake or not pay attention to what is happening in the rest of the national community. We do come from communities, and therefore our members come from communities, and therefore not just our members, but we have a duty and responsibility to the country to determine if there is bad leadership or no leadership, that we have to provide it in that circumstance. And in the circumstance that we are in right now, this country is in trouble. And that is why there's a 4th of August, and that is why we are doing what we are doing. So that on every twist and turn, when we go, let us remind ourselves about why we are out there. We are not out there because we want to be off the job this morning. We certainly would have liked to be on the job in the various workspaces as we speak. But to be able to protect the very job, you have to come off the job and mobilize people to let them know exactly what is happening on the job and who is attempting to take that job away from you. We give them a job to manage the jobs of everybody else in this country. They fell down on that job, and the one thing that they are attempting to do now is to remove the jobs from everybody else. We must not accept that. We must not accept what is happening in the grocery, the prices in the grocery, where poor people, you wonder how poor people making it. How do people, if it's so difficult for us, the working people, how poor people making it in this country, how the CPEP and the European person making it, how the small business person who depend on us when we work to buy from them, who is today receiving nothing in terms of sales, how those persons are making it. And of course, we are the merciless hands and at the receiving end of the barrel of the gun of the bandits and the criminals and so on. It's a lawless, the whole country upside down. It is the labor movement to bring back the type of justice, the type of fair play, the type of order in Trinidad and Tobago. And that is why we are in Grande this morning. And I suspect, strongly suspect, and the comrades here who know it, will also inform us, just like we were in Arima and San Fernando and Chaguanas and so on. And wherever else we went, people are suffering, they are hurting, and it is for us to rescue them. So this morning, as we walk throughout the streets, we will take our various positions and so on, and give out our flyers, let people know what we are about, solicit support for this very important event, at the same time continue our internal mobilization within all of our unions and so on. So let the walk begin. Yes. This walk is a walk to continue for peace, for justice, for bread, and so on, and for Trinidad and Tobago. This is a walk to provide voice for those who do not have a voice. This is a walk to provide voice for those who have a voice but are afraid to use it because they're afraid of victimization. We are not afraid of victimization. We have been victimized for some 8 years. We are prepared to take more victimization in the interest of the interests that we represent, and certainly in the interest of Trinidad and Tobago. All right. So
I just make the statement with the technology.
Well, so you didn't take
No,
that?
we taped that.
Yeah, I taped.
But you have to do it like if you're talking to the media, because we said it to the media. You have to let the president.
You tell him to just sit and talk. That's it, what we do. And we have some brief statements that we take it from there. Right. Okay, members of the meeting.